Hello, hello. Welcome to another week where I help you to really align and get in flow, elevate your vibration and your frequency so you can bring your dreams to life, be the best that you can possibly be, and live life on your terms. How are you this week? Please say hello. Drop a comment in the comment box. Let me know where you're coming in from, how you are today. And let's just get some interaction happening. So today I am going to do some EFT tapping with you, some sort of energy shifting with you, some clearing and transformation work with you to help you to get into this space of surrendering, allowing, letting go. You know, we hear Abraham Hicks talk all the time about the art of allowing, and it really is an art form. It's a skill. So when we come in as tiny babies, we know that we are this extension of source energy. We know and understand just how incredibly powerful we are. But with the environment that we're born into, our conscious mind starts to process all the information that it's being fed, and our brain is in that beta state. When we come in, actually in the first couple of years, it's in theta. It's actually in theta in the first couple of years. And in theta state, there's no filter. It just takes information in. It's like this massive sponge. So everything that we're exposed to in theta becomes a part of who we are. We just adopt it. We don't question it. We just adopt it. Then from the year of 2 to 7, we're in beta state. The mind is in this beta state, still highly impressionable. There's really no filter. We're starting to consider what our environment means to us and kind of how we fit into it. That's why they call it the terrible twos. We start to experience our own individuality. So those first 2 years, we don't really understand that we are separate, physically separate, not emotionally, mentally, spiritually separate. We start to experience ourselves as separate from our environment. And we start to test things. And during those 2 to 7 years, we start to develop our own individual personality. And we lose that understanding that we are all that is, that we are an extension of source energy. In actual fact, we are not separate from anything. I want you to think about that. It's really hard to wrap your conscious mind around. We are one with everything. How many times have you heard that? We are not separate from anything. We are not separate from what we want. We are not separate from anybody else. We are not separate from our environment. We are actually, in fact, connected, intricately connected to everything. Now, when you start to really embody and embrace that, it changes everything. But it's really hard because we've been so conditioned to be individuals. We are separate. We are separate from what we want. We are separate to other people. We have been conditioned, so hardwired into separation, that getting back to that knowing of who we truly are, that we are just an extension of everything, and everything is an extension of us, it's really hard to wrap our minds around. But our subconscious mind knows it. So this is where we need to relinquish control through the conscious and drop more and more into the power of the subconscious. Because remember, the subconscious controls 92 to 96% of our results. But we think that we are consciously controlling our lives. Between 4 to 8% of our lives is determined by our conscious thought, by our conscious processes. Most of it is determined by what's happening in the subconscious, by the belief systems, by the thought patterns. Thoughts create things. So the art of surrendering and allowing is actually not giving up. It's surrendering to the higher power. It's surrendering to our higher power, to our higher consciousness, to the infinite intelligence of the universe. Do you think about the infinite intelligence of the universe? Think about the infinite intelligence of the universe. No end to it. It is all that is. Everything that has ever been thought, every thought that will ever be thunk, every thought that you're having now is in the soup of consciousness. Everything already exists. It already exists. What you want is already yours. It's just you need to allow it in. Yes, Mustafa, we're kind of on autoplay. We're on autopilot. But we can become deliberate creators in our lives. It's that intending, getting very clear on what it was that we want to intend, and letting go. Intending, letting go. Letting go of the emotional attachment, letting go of the wanting. Wanting, just state of wanting just creates more wanting. When you get into a state of trust and confidence and understanding that you are all that is, that everything that you want is already yours, that you are not separate from what you want, and you let go of the yearning, the breath is because it's like expansion, allowing, opening, receiving. And I want to, during the course of this, I'm going to come back to, I was listening to Michael Beckwith this morning. God, that man is freaking amazing. Reverend Michael Beckwith. If you haven't connected with him lately, oh my God, watch his stuff. He's amazing. And I was listening, you know that statement, it is in giving that we receive. Well, I kind of had a little bit of an aha moment, and I realized that it is in serving that we receive. So it is in serving others and being of service to others that we receive. So even if you are selling something, as long as you are selling from a place of service, you will receive the money from the sale. If you are, and this doesn't mean attracting things we focus on. Yes, Mustafa, absolutely, you get what you focus on. So if you're focusing on lack, you get more lack. If you're focusing on abundance, you see more abundance. The question is, are you open to receiving that abundance, physically receiving it? So in serving others, we are in turn then able to receive. So, and it doesn't mean that we just keep serving and serving and serving and serving selflessly and not receiving. They're two sides of the same coin. But in serving, we then start the cycle of giving, receiving, serving, receiving, giving, receiving, serving, receiving. But you have to be really open to the cycle and getting rid of all the belief systems and all that stuff that's stopping you from being in that cycle. So today, what I'm going to do with you right now is some tapping on that allowing, that surrendering, that knowing that you are connected to everything that you desire, knowing that you are connected to all that is, knowing that you are infinitely powerful. So we have a big shift to make today. Are you ready for a big shift? If you're ready for a big shift, type big shift in the comments to let me know that you're here, to let me know that you're engaged, to let me know that you're invested in doing the work. All of this is about doing the work on you to become your best self. Knowing that life is not happening to you, it is happening through you, for you, of you. Totally different way of looking at life. Vast majority of people still think life is happening to them. They're still in a state of victimhood. And we all transition in and out of those states. There are very, very few people who can stay in that state of good, Jen. Woohoo! Big shift. So there are very few people who can just stay locked in that state of life is happening for me and I'm just going to breathe and allow. But it takes developing that skill. Hey, Janine, awesome, great, nay, big shift, woo, awesome. So it's being able to practice this and unwiring the brain so we can rewire it in a different way and step into our infinite potential. So awesome, Lillian, big shift, yay, let's do this. So you guys are so ready, so good. So let's start by tapping on the karate chop point to start with, and then we'll go into the tapping. I choose to be ready to open and surrender and trust the infinite intelligence of the universe. And I deeply and completely love and accept all of me. I choose to be open and surrender. and get into the state of allowing, so I can create my life by design and realize my infinite power. And I deeply and completely love and accept all of me. I choose to surrender and allow to my higher power and higher self, knowing that it has my back, knowing that I am fully supported in creating my life by design. And I deeply and completely love and accept all of me right now. Okay, tapping through the points. I choose to surrender and allow. I'm choosing to let go of all my old programming. I'm choosing to let go of everything I think I know. I'm choosing to surrender to my higher consciousness. I choose to step into a place of allowing and surrender. I choose to let go and allow. I choose to trust and have faith in the highest power. I choose to know that I am connected to all that is. I release the idea of separateness. I release the belief that I am separate. I release the belief that I am separate from what I want. I release the belief that I am separate from other people. I release the belief that I am separate from the circumstances in my life. I release the belief that I am separate from the new car that I want. I release the belief that I'm separate from the new lifestyle that I want. I release all yearning and wanting to the things that I want in my life. And as I release them, I get into a space of allowing. I allow and surrender to whatever is for my highest good. I focus on what I want to experience, and I surrender to that happening with ease and flow and grace. Every moment I choose to get into a state of flow. I see the perfection in everything that is unfolding. I let go of wanting. I let go of my emotional attachment to what I want. And I surrender and allow. I have faith and confidence that everything I want is already mine. I have faith and confidence that everything is unfolding perfectly for me to experience everything that I intend. I relax and allow and know that everything is perfect. I let go of my emotional attachment to the way I think things should look. I trust and have confidence in universal intelligence. I release all control over the way I think things should look. I choose to release control. I choose to realize I have a really limited perception. I choose to understand I can only see this much of what's really unfolding. And I choose to trust that it's unfolding perfectly. That everything is leading me to where I want to be. I choose to know that even when it looks like it's falling apart, it's actually falling together. Whenever there's a challenge, I choose to see opportunity. Wherever there's a problem, I choose to look for a solution. I choose to open up my perception and see the world in a way I've never seen it before. I choose to feel the universe supporting me every step of the way. And I relax and surrender. I relax, surrender, and allow. I relax and allow it all to unfold. I focus on my intention. I focus on the experiences that I desire. I relax and allow them to unfold. I trust the universe deeply and completely. And I know that it has my back. I relax and allow, and I see the perfection. And I cultivate a deep sense of trust, knowing that everything I desire is already mine. It's already been granted. I just need to step into flow and relax and allow it. Every moment, I choose to relax and allow. Step into flow and trust. And know that life is happening through me. And that it's all perfect. Okay, deep breath. And let it go. And deep breath. Let out all that old energy. Okay, how does that feel? Hey, Karenza. Hey, Vala. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Janine. Lovely to have you all here. Give me some feedback. Let me know what's coming up for you. Let me know any understandings that you've just had, any aha moments, anything that's dropped into your heart that you didn't realize before, any openings that you've had. What's the shift in your energy, your feeling, your experience? Do you see anything differently than you did before you started the tapping? Now, there may be a big shift for you. Now, here's the thing. You may have had a big shift right here, right now. You may be feeling much more aligned and in flow and your frequency. It's about your frequency shifting, yes? So when your frequency shifts and you feel more aligned, when your vibration is aligned with the universe, that's when wonderful things pour into your life. It's about your intention. Intend and focus on what it is that you want. Relax and allow. Continue to come back to that. Bring that back to your center. When you feel like you're pulled off center, when you feel like Your whole world is being shaken up. Relax and allow. Know that it's perfect. I've been shaken the last 2 weeks. Now, there is a massive energy shift happening right now, and this is so cool. It feels like crap. If you're in the middle of it, oh my God, the energy shift right now feels like crap. If you're an empath or you work with energy or you're just sensitive to energy, and you've been feeling flat, uninspired, you've been questioning everything, it's perfect. It's perfect. Started going through that myself 2 weeks ago, and it was like my whole life just felt like it was blowing apart. Well, not my whole life, but my relationship's great. My life itself is great, but my direction, and I just started to question everything about my business and how that looked, and the solutions within my business and how I help others. I started to question everything, and it felt just really rattled me, I got to be honest, because I was so unsure of the direction I had been moving in. And here's the thing, that questioning was perfect, because there have been things that have dropped away from me that just weren't serving me anymore. And there have been other things that have come into the equation that are so powerful that will help me to continue to move in the same direction, just in a new and more powerful way. And that just makes my heart sing, really lights me up, because I know that coming into 2020, the energy coming into 2020, and that's the reason there are so many people are feeling kind of, I love this word, discombobulated. That is such a magical word. And it says it all. So I was feeling really discombobulated, and I know a lot of people are feeling the same way. It's because of the new energy that's coming in for 2020. It's because what is coming in for the next year and the next decade is huge. So get yourself into a state when you are able to take advantage of what's coming, because it is so magical. It is so amazing. It is so exciting. And everything is realigning right now to support us and bring our dreams to life. You have to show up and do the work on you. You have to. You can't just sit back and do nothing and expect everything to be roses and rainbows and sunshine and reindeer, the Christmas theme. It just doesn't happen that way. You've got to be willing to do the deep work on yourself. And over the last 2 weeks, did I do some work on myself? I had to. Just to get my head back above water, I had to. That state very rarely happens to me. Probably every 4-5 years, I get that low. My vibration was just gonski. And I struggled. I really, really struggled to pull myself back out of that. But fortunately, as the energy shifted and I realigned with the new energies and my frequency shifted, I started to get back my mojo back. And this is the thing. And this is the thing, when energies shift, it can pull us down, because all of a sudden our energies don't feel aligned anymore. We have to realign. We have to recalibrate with the new energies that are coming in. And as we do that, as our energy self and our spiritual self and our emotional selves adjusts to the new energy and a new way of being and a new flow, that's when it's like, oh, thank God, I feel like me again. So allow the process to happen. Allow yourself to adjust to the new energies. Now, in order to help you to set yourself up for an amazing, magical 2020, what I've done is I've created a new group. It's called the Wealth Consciousness Movement. It's called the Wealth Consciousness Movement, and it is going to be a movement. And every month I'm going to do a challenge around success, around mindset, around wealth. Starting next Monday, Australian Eastern Standard Time, so 9 a.m. Brisbane time on Monday. It's all going to be recorded, so if it's too late for you or it's not a great time, then you can always watch the recording later. But I'm going to do a 7-day challenge on becoming a master manifester. Yes? So I'm not saying that you're going to be a master manifester by the end of the 7 days, but I'm going to share with you concepts, ideas. We're going to do energy shifting and massive transformation within that group over those 7 days. I will do a live every day for 7 days to help you to really start to become a more deliberate and conscious creator and manifester in your life. Does that sound appealing? If it does, then I will put the link to the group in the comments below. And if you want in, then type in the comments, wealth consciousness. Just type in the comments, wealth consciousness, if you want in, and then go and click the link and ask to join the group. It's a private group, and we're going to have some fun in there. I'm going to drop incredible content in there on an ongoing basis and really support you to be the best that you can be and create the lifestyle that you want and have an amazing 2020 and beyond. This is not just about 2020. This is not a short-term thing. This is about becoming a new you. Do you realize that you can change your life in an instant? You can change who you are in an instant, which changes your life. And it's what you do now that won't just have an impact on next week. It won't just have an impact on next month. What you do now, today, is going to impact you for the rest of your life. So when you take positive affirmative action and you do the internal work and you keep showing up and you stay in the game and you make decisions that are aligned with where you want to go, not with who you've been. Do you know, I just want to share this with you before I wrap it up because this is really important. Nose is itchy, which means truth for me. So no, I'm not Pinocchio. My nose is not going to start growing, I hope. But do you realize that when you show up and you take action in a state of flow, that is going to impact you the day after and the day after that and for the rest of your life. You can change your life right now by starting to get in flow and take that action. Most people are taking action from who they were yesterday and what they believed yesterday and who they were the day before that and what they believed the day before that. Nothing changes. What needs to change? What belief systems need to change? What actions need to change? What mindset of yours needs to change for your entire life to take a whole new energy and a whole new experience and to take you in a whole new direction that is exciting and fun and interesting and is aligned with who you are and brings dreams to life? What's it going to take? Because that means getting out of your comfort zone. That means being different now than you were yesterday. It means being different now than you were 5 minutes ago. It means being willing to recreate yourself every moment of every day. And that sounds exhausting, but you don't have to do it every moment of every day. It's being willing to expand your awareness, to become more aware, to practice being self-centered, to practice shifting your vibration, to practice getting you out of your comfort zone, to practice being somebody new, doing somebody different today than you were yesterday, because that's what you need to do every single day to get new results. Does that make sense? So thank you so much for joining me. Hi, Gulshan from Canada. Great that you feel calmer. Maybe you need to go back and see the whole thing, Janine, because it's pretty cool. Lots of yawning. That's great, Janine. Hey, Nay, you've been feeling lost. Yes, a lot of people have. Hey, Deborah, Nala, Kirsten, lovely to have you here. If you haven't caught it from the beginning, there might be a good idea to go back because there's a lot of great concepts and the tapping was really, really powerful. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of I haven't quite memorized the name yet, the Wealth Consciousness Movement Facebook group, then I will pop the link in the comments. Make sure that you type wealth consciousness in the comments and I will see you in the group and in the 7-day Master Manifestor Challenge. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.